Hey everyone, just want to do a quick recap for week 15 for CC Cycle 1. It's good to be back with everyone today. We were in our pajamas, which is comfortable but kind of weird at the same time. But I think we overall enjoyed it. We missed a couple of our students in the class, but I think overall it was a good experience today. New grammar. It was pretty straightforward. I don't want to call anything easy, but I felt like it was one of the easier weeks as far as the memory work, especially because we're doing things we've been doing, like Latin, first declension noun endings. The kids can do those in their sleep. There's only 3 helping verbs, so it was fairly easy overall for new grammar. The science project for Prince, we learned about fossils and how the whole fossil process works. The prints for the shells, they turned out okay. I think our class was a little bit of a difficult time getting everything. It didn't. I guess maybe some of the kids were a little having to see a little bit more of a print of their shell, but I think it was a good experience. I think they get the idea of how the fossil process works, and they got to take home their Play-Doh and their little bugs. So that was a good experiment to be a part of. In fine arts, learning about Fra Angelico and the significance of the gold, the gold plates that were in his his prints, above the heads of those who had the quality of inner goodness. I think the art project it's always fascinating to learn about the artist. So they enjoy that. For grammar review, I did spend more time on geography and specifically with maps. I actually did kind of like an around the world. Instead of doing times tables for math, we actually used the map, and I would call out a location or a city, and the first one to point to it would remain, and the next person would come up. So I did a lot of focus on that, because I noticed in our own home, that's probably the area where we're the weakest, is the kids identifying locations on the map. So I spent a lot of time with that today, and may do that again, because that hopefully it'll motivate the students to beef up their knowledge a little bit of the maps for their memory work. But overall, that's really some of the highlights. Presentations were good. We had some what's in the bags, which I've kind of told my kids I'm trying to keep it limited this year, but I understand there's sometimes when you have a busy week or a busy night, sometimes it's hard to get them to focus on that. My kids try to lean on it too, and I get that. I just try to encourage my kids there's so much that they could talk about, and I love hearing how they share things. Like we had one student today, coral reefs and talking about the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. I love to hear about those things, so I just would encourage you to tell your kids that anything that they can share. It's a great thing for them to learn their presentation skills to continue to get better, but it's we also learn as a class too about the things that interest them, and I think that's one of the best parts about presentations, getting to know each other. Is what are the things that interest us. So, but overall, great week 15, and hope you have a great week. Thanks.